Hey, you already know it's your boy. I am Thanos, aka the MC battler. You know what I'm saying? Founder of AGS, man. When I ain't out there chilling and smoking these cats, we at the music district, man. You know what I'm saying? They pioneer music for the future of Web3, one broadcast at a time. Snap. Yeah. It's gonna be a one back. And I'm like, say, you too cool for old school, you don't say. You test AGS, I think you went the wrong way. The snaps the return, I'm doing what the song say. From competition to lyrics, listen, I do this all day. Look, you too cool to be this tough, I mean for real. Just playing yourself, go against us, you better chill. The blockchain bully, the killer of the Bakersfield. Like you cross me, get crucified, like Jesus take the wheel. Yeah, today is the youngest you'll ever be. What you mean? Nicer than you are now when I was only 17. You know they using AI and numbers lie, is that a thing? Picture me try to slide at 45, get out the ring. Yeah, but no, I can't, I grown, my flow advanced. Just smack with an open hand, long speech, just let me land. When I hear these artists today, I think cancer, you pussy, and don't speak much, pink panther. Yeah, you push me, and brothers ain't touching my cornbread. You glazing, with that man nuts on your forehead. You crazy, I'm checking what the scoreboard says. We winning, and y'all don't like that, so go ahead. I'm like, say, you too cool for old school, you don't say. You just say GS, I think you went the wrong way. The snaps, the returns, I'm doing what the song say. From competition to lyrics, listen, I do this all day. You too cool for old school, you don't say. You test AGS, I think you went the wrong way. The snaps, the returns, I'm doing what the song say. From competition to lyrics, listen, I do this all day. Look, you too content to be erratic, what you say. Can't stagnate us, we will not have that, we don't play. The beat angelic, the rhyme sinister. Yes. That boy always on time, he prime minister. What I administer witty lines through fine literature. Detaching human skull, shoulder blades and spine. Rip it up when I'm finna cut. Web3, y'all all kicking dust. What I'm putting down, I really hope that y'all pick it up. Yeah, plastic flowers we never need, what you want. Paying my bills, smoking my, roll it up. Perfecting my craft, making them bleed. What you say? Look, whole lot of fam, protect your seed. I'm like, say, you too cool for old school, you don't say. You test AGS, I think you went the wrong way. The snaps the return, I'm doing what the song say. From competition to lyrics, listen, I do this all day. You too cool for old school, you don't say. You test AGS, I think you went the wrong way. The snaps the return, I'm doing what the song say. From competition to lyrics, listen, I do this all day.
On Artist Spotlight, we dive into the journeys and the inspirations of the artists that we feature. Because sometimes the story more than the music is what truly connects us all. So before we get started here, a big shout out to our partner Brainstorm, powering the visuals and the virtual magic that brings the music district to life, gives artists a stage to share their stories. So thank you to Brainstorm, Edison. Together, we're not only redefining what music discovery means for the future fans and artists, but we're also educating fans and artists on this new way to build personal connections and to enhance their own communities. So today on Artist Spotlight, we are shining on a true innovator in hip hop and Web3. So born in Long Island, New York, raised between Bull City and North Carolina, he came through the battle rap circuit, owning stages and later founding the Bull City Battle League. So from those roots, he's evolved into a visionary artist and a Web3 community builder. He's the founder of AGS, which stands for Any Given Spaces, a platform dedicated to onboarding artists into Web3. And he's one half of the rap duo, the SuperVillainz. He's released a series of powerful, concept-driven albums inspired by the Infinity Stones, the Reality Stone, the Power and Soul Stone, and Thanovision, the Mind Stone, projects that blend lyricism, philosophy, storytelling with cinematic precision. He also collaborated with none other than Method Man of the Wu-Tang Clan on a Web3 exclusive single called Super Wu, one of the first NFT drops of its kind, merging old school legacy with new school innovation. So he's known as the Snapster, the blockchain bully. He's using music to restore balance to hip hop, empowering independent artists, building real community through sound, story, and tech, from the battle stages to the blockchain to right here in the music district. This is IamThanos. Welcome,
Salute,
IamThanos,
salute,
man.
salute, man. Shout out to you,
Let's
Rollo, man. Shout out to the music
Yo.
district, man. We in here, man. What's good?
Yeah,
What's
man.
good, gang?
Thanos, thank you so much, man, for being here. I got a lot of a lot of questions just to get started, but I know a lot of people kind of want to hear from you. You know what I'm saying? So why don't you do a quick introduction of yourself, how you would like to be introduced, and then we'll take it from there. Let's get this party started.
Uh, no, man, I think you did a great job, man. You know, it's your boy, IamThanos, man, aka you know what I mean? Out here, man, repping, man. You know, came to Web3 about almost 3 years now, and just been, grinding, man. Just finding my tribe, right, and building my brand, man. We try to build a platform to help onboard artists from Web2 to Web3 with the hopes that their following come over and we could kind of balance out the ecosystem here, man. Because when it comes to this music and Web3, man, I just feel like a lot of artists get overlooked, man, and play third fiddle, not even second, but third fiddle to the meme coins and the NFTs and all that. You know what I mean? So I'm just here to, a kid from the '90s, man. That never let go of my love for hip hop and what brought me to it and inspired me. And I just try to reincarnate that that moment every time I get in the booth and record.
It's pretty wild because sometimes the story more than music, it's what truly connects us all. Right.
Facts.
So,
That's a fact.
that is truly how you build community. You build community by giving access to your fans that fans usually don't have access to artists traditionally. So this is an exciting time, man. And as we're pioneering and as we're showcasing and as we're, creating music, this is 100% a community driven future for music. So jumping around, how did and I'm assuming you were probably a young buck, right? So how did that sound and sort of that moving around change your perspective or enhance your perspective of your lyricism in your art?
I think the best attribute I got from that, them transitions of, the inner cities of Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying, to going to like the suburbs and Long Island and even some rough areas, I just felt like it kind of made me more of a people person or like a reader of rooms. You know what I'm saying? So like, on one hand, I'm able to go to the toughest, grittiest hood, you know what I'm saying, and still be okay. But then I could go into a room full of geeks, nerds, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? And I understand the lingo there as well, right? So I felt like, the rhyming thing, like, whatever I do in the conversation form, I can do in rhyme form, right? So it's kind of like I think that's the way I'm able to connect or have an understanding or maybe say something that resonates with either or.
At what age did you realize you had something? Like, is it your very first battle performance? What was that first experience for you jumping into the ring? How old were you? And
as far as battling,
yeah,
because I started rapping before I started battling. You know what I'm saying? But to answer
no,
that,
I didn't know that.
Yeah. No, I was like, I think that's the thing. I think like it's a misconception of me when I first was like introduced to a lot of communities and spaces that was like, oh, this is Thanos, he's this battle rapper. But like I was always saying, like, man, I'm a recording artist that happens to know how to battle, I think. So it just became a strong suit or something that really stood out, which I think battle rap for me, like, me taking that, that tour through that was kind of a way of getting that exposure, right, without having to have a major recording deal or something like that. It's a lot of artists right now, from your Low Deluxe to Mook, these guys don't have record deals, but they heavily favored and famous as far as like they like the closest to not having a record deal but being an artist you could get. Like they got tens and thousands of followers, some got hundreds of thousands, some of them get paid 20, 30, 40 grand a show. So that's pretty damn good to not be signed to a label, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, look, you give up one thing to gain another, right? So I think with the way that labels, the way that labels have been run forever. I mean, look, this is not an easy field. No field is really easy. You got to put in the work. And a lot of times I've said it on other art spotlights, look, if you don't have the work ethic, if you don't have the knowledge, the experience, or the time to learn the knowledge, to gain the experience, then sign to a label, because they'll do it all for you, but they're going to take it all. In 2021, you dropped the No Cap Show, that was your very first major project as a recording artist, was it not?
Nah, major. It was my first drop as I am under the moniker I am Thanos. I got like years and years of projects and albums and freestyle
Mm.
mixtapes and things that I did way before that. But yeah, during the pandemic, I took on a new moniker. I kind of like just hit a reset as far as like my identity, my style, and everything. I kind of like implemented more of like the battle rap things until I am Thanos versus my alias, which was Rugger Ruckus or Uncle Ruckus. You know what I'm saying at the time.
Oh, that's what you were known as before, Uncle Ruckus?
Yeah, Uncle Ruckus. Like as I got older, Uncle Ruckus, but it was always Rugger Ruckus. But as I got older and them gray hairs started showing, I became Unc. You know what I mean? So I just
Yeah.
tied it together, Uncle Ruckus. You know what I mean? Yeah.
What made you pick? That's great, like little segue there. So, what made you pick Thanos? You made like you. Is it a?
A
I
lot of
mean,
reasons,
look.
not just yeah, not just the lore. I mean, not just the because I'm like a big Marvel fan or nothing like that. Definitely, I am one though, right? But it was
Mm,
once I just thought the character was very layered, as far as like very strong, very I think in some ways he was opposite of me as far as like, I'm more aggressive vocally, and I think he's more of a calmer thing because his strength like it's intimidating enough, right? So
mm,
it was, a couple things, man, when you do the history of the character as far as like in the comic books, he would do all these things to try to impress Lady Death, right? Which Lady Death is like this character that I really don't know too much about that, but to me, I looked at it as a metaphor because once upon a time, man, when I was really in a dark place going through depression, um, it was like I don't want to say a fascination with it, but it was kind of like death kind of had me like kind of messed up in the
mm,
head. I was like I couldn't. It was like you might as well say like what I'm saying like under some low key obsession of just the figuring outs and the why life be over at one point in time. So it became I got real dark into that shit. So it was that thing there as far as like the whole, and then when you tied together with the restore and balance, like his whole passion was like he felt his purpose was to help restore balance, right? And I feel the
mm-hmm,
same way as far as like these whack MCs out here, man. I feel like it's oversaturated. 100% of the game got a lot of whack shit. We need to just get half of them out of here. These are the kind of things, man, that like when I looked into the genealogy of Thanos, man, I felt like there was a lot of connections there, man. And then the word Thanos is Greek for immortal. So, I am immortal. You know what I mean? These, all these things kind of made sense for me that I was like, let me do that, man. And, people
mm,
say I'm known to snap. You know what I mean? They say he known to snap, right? So, all those things just seem to tie together for me, which it made way more sense than Ruckus, man. You know what I mean?
mm.
For real.
So the albums, right, that have like a Marvel twist. I think there was Reality Stone in 2022, right? The Power and Soul
Mm-hmm.
Stone, which was 2023, right? So what was that deeper
Thanos.
personal meaning behind those Infinity, Stone themes to name them that?
I just thought it was dope, man. Kind of like start off my journey with a collection and like just kind of not to be gimmicky, but I just thought it kind of like would be a kind of dope idea, man, to play off it. Like, me coming from the battle shit, a lot of word association and things like we're good with improv, right? So I just felt like that was a good way of kind of like
All right.
introducing myself and kind of like giving it sections and moments in between until we get to the gauntlet, till we got the whole set. You know what I'm saying? It'll just
Mm-hmm.
one stone represents a certain kind of energy on the records and than others. You know what I mean? And I just try to like kind of line them up playlist wise, like just try to line it up to make sense to the title. You know?
Do you know anything about the stones and the colors and what they mean and represent? There was something. Maybe we could learn something here.
Okay.
The space stone, which is control over space itself, that's the color blue. And it's teleportation, portals, instant travel anywhere in the universe. Kind of similar to kind of what we're doing here in Web3, broadcasting
Right.
globally, kind of being in all these different places all at once. The green stone is the manipulation of time. So you could speed it up, slow it down, just like music. The purple
Gotcha.
stone is the raw strength and energy amplification. And the yellow one, which is enhances intelligence. The red is alters reality. And the soul stone, which is orange. So when all six are united, they represent total control over existence, space, time, power, mind, reality, and soul.
Yeah, man, it's definitely dope, man. The concept is there, man. It's still not quite done with the, that whole journey, man. The Space Stone was actually the next journey I was working on, and I was thinking for the idea of that as being like a collaborative one. It'll be a project that I probably have a lot of people that I know from Web3 or people that I really associate with a lot, and have them on that project, and then that's the kind of theme of it is like the Space Stone is kind of like all the folks that I rock with in the spaces that I respect, and it's a mutual thing, and that
Mm-hmm.
might be that joint. The Time Stone would be like something that is going to have different eras of sound in it, where it might be some futuristic shit, but there's also going to be some throwback. Or there's some old classic '80s sound of
Mm.
hip hop right here, and then some early '90s, and then some mid 2000 shit. You know what I mean? And that would be the idea for the Time Stone. You know what I mean?
There's something I've been really interested in getting more involved in, which is sort of like the jazz hip hop merge. We've been seeing a lot of AI do it now, right? Like they take like 50 Cent and or Eminem, and they put it into these jazz sort of beats.
That's great,
Still
man.
figuring it out though, you know what I mean? As far as the blockchains and what demographic of people rocking with me, with demographic rocking with AGS, with communities really rocking with us for us to keep doing that, right? We don't want to just stagnate ourselves or just puts our art on a block that doesn't value it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's another
Yeah,
thing. I
it's
mean, I ain't,
cool.
I ain't write any of the those other projects, like none of them Stone projects I wrote, so they all freestyle projects. And then it's just a matter of how much work I'm getting done within that season of me recording. Which
Yeah.
I do record like at a fast rate. Like once I'm in it, like when I'm on it, like I could make a whole joint this weekend. Like if you know what I'm saying? If I got the time, and I'm really locked in on just doing it, bro. Like the recording process is real easy. So it's really more so beat selection and theme. Once those things is kind of like lined in, I think those other things really just happen organically. I don't really be planning on, yeah, I'm doing this for this. Like I might do like a few things, and then it's like, all right, well, I'm doing all this, what I'm gonna call this. Then it's
Mm-hmm.
like that's when I go to, okay, this fits that, this doesn't fit that kind of thing.
Tell me a little bit about Thanos outside of writing. Like, what is your day usually? Like, what do you do to keep busy when you're not writing or performing?
Gaming, man. I'm a big gamer. You know what I'm saying? I've been on my shit the whole day, man. I've been on for the last 3 days, man. If I tell you how many hours I put in on 2K and the rec, I don't know, man. I look crazy, but yeah, that's what I've been doing as of lately. Just like sometimes when I'm like, mentally like drained or just not stressed, but like what I mean, got a lot of things on my mind. I tend to go to the console, man, and just just go into a whole nother universe and just
Mm.
leave that shit alone, man. Try not to stress things I haven't got no control over. You feel me?
Yeah.
I do that. Or I'll still be creating though. At the end of the day, if I'm not, you know, recording my own music, I'm in a space hosting one or hosting an event or putting together one. So music still occupies 80% of my time, my free time. You feel me? And then the other 20 might go to gaming or some shit.
Personally, wanted to ask you because I'm a huge Method Man fan, right? And you did a collab with Method Man for Superwoo, right? How
Right.
how did that connection happen? Could you walk me through this? Like, what was that experience like, and what was that moment
I
like for
mean,
you?
no, it was great that for it to come across my desk, man. But I have to give credit to Rocky, man. Rocky Two Grimy, he is the one who kind of lined it up. He had dealings with meth people, and was able to get a few options as far as like what beats to use this Method Man feature on and shit. So he kind of had it laid out already for me, man. It was just like, yo, you want to go first or last? And it just went down like that, man. So it was just definitely dope. And then the irony is like right after we released that video NFT, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm in the space
Mm-hmm.
with shout out to Quake, the Quake Nation and all that, but I'm in there with
Yo, Quakey
they're
Nation,
connecting
100%. Mm-hmm.
hell yeah.
Yo,
I'm in there with
another
Jay and
great
Stu and
community. Mm-hmm.
hell yeah. I'm in there with them guys and mathematics pulls up and you know what I'm saying? He's he rock with them heavy and shit. So it was just like so surreal, like me being a woo baby, right? And then like, literally listening to this man's album all year. Like not all year, but since June, because I think it came out this summer, right? I've been
Yeah.
listening to Mathematics and Wu Tang album these last, few weeks and months and shit. And then to turn around and meet him in a space, which is dope, right after dropping the Method Man feature record. So it's stars is kind of aligning in the sense of that. That's good company.
Now, did he know that you jumped on that track, or was it one of those things like where you could buy the track and jump on it, but you had the chance to meet him? Did you actually get to meet him while you were recording it, like in his studio? Like, how
Oh
does that
no,
work?
yeah, nah, definitely it was not like it wasn't no meet and greets or nothing. Like it was definitely like a email kind of thing and conversations with certain peoples that to get the consent to do whatever. And so it was pretty much like it was really standard business, man. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody's out there with a Method Man verse, out there, you know what I'm saying, that was done the same way.
Hmm.
No different than like Styles P, like how Styles P got his joints out there where people are either able to obtain it or get a feature from them, like physically, depending on the situation or the money that's invested into it.
Just amazing. I mean, any opportunity to be on any album with that legend, or anybody from Wu,
Dope.
is
It's dope.
dope.
And it's
Yeah.
more, man. It's definitely we definitely got some other records with some guest stars on there that a lot of people uh know are up there, man, as far as like, iconic motherfuckers, man. So, I'm just grateful to be in the position to, have those resources and be able to collaborate and with different talent, man. So that's what I'm really here in the spaces to do. I think that's the biggest attribute it has, like outside of, some other little things.
Yeah. Well, let's jump into Web3. I know a lot of people who are watching when we talk about Web3. Essentially, what we're talking about is on-chain music, right? And it's really one of the best ways for any artist to become independent. Independence and being on-chain doesn't automatically make you money. It is the community that supports your on-chain project, that supports
Exactly.
your endeavors. But what first drew you into this whole Web3 music world? Like somebody tell you about it? Like what made you explore it and run with it like you did?
Yeah, real simple, man. When I got here, originally I came to the spaces for battle rap. Once I went on a nice little run, in between me running, going on a nice little run, I started running into some Web3 people, right? Shout out to Axum, Cram, guys like that. These are the people that kind of like put me on to what was going on. What does this mean? Like these were the guys that I would ask questions about. I mean, too, about, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I think the first community, like really me just like the first step in enrollment was maybe a space that I was in that was hosted by Buckshot Shorty from Black Moon. A big Black Moon fan. Coming from Brooklyn. That's what they represent, man. So it was just like, oh shit, Buckshot Shorty's on Twitter, and the space is
Mm.
hosting, or I could talk to him. So that was like just a dope environment, right? And then I'm in there, and one thing he said that kind of made me kind of like didn't overlook it no more was he's like, yo, Thanos, right now is the best time to be an artist. If you're a rapper or whatever you is, right now is the best time to be a music artist with Web3. So I kind of like didn't know what he meant, but I took it for face value of what he said. Then I started to stumble across other communities like Wu Tiger Clan. I think Wu Tiger Clan was the first like NFT community thing that I got involved with. Where hey, can you come through? I come through, and then I started pulling up to their spaces regularly, and that was kind of like the first steps of me getting involved with Web3. And then
Mm.
it was a friend of mine that told me, hey. I know you like rock with some of these people and all that, but just kind of like just work on doing you and building your brand. Don't just like quick to jump ship and just like lock in with somebody you don't really know what their shit is about. So,
Yeah.
and that's kind of like probably how AGS got there. Like, it kind of like, instead of me like going off the way to try to find these spaces, I would just initiate my own, man, with the, small group of people that rock with, what I was doing and stuff like that. And we would build from that day. The collaborative thing that's definitely happened. Like I collab with a lot of artists, a few communities. My goal is to be like I said. I want AGS to be this talent hub that say somebody never don't be on Twitter at all, but they the visionary. They got the plans and shit,
Mm.
right? And they come to Web3 and they go to any community and they be like, "Yo, what's Web3 music? Where's it at? I need people to be like AGS. First
Yeah.
stop." AGS.
Hmm.
Then you could talk about, the Nessies and the Rockies and all them. But AGS first. That's my objective is to kind of like make our joint be that hub, like I said, that booking agency that, hey, all right, we got Art Basel coming up. We got NFT NYC. We need a list of artists and shit. we got them. We got, you got Thanos, you got VG Roster, you got Boaz, you got Nicky Bonds, you got a bunch of different artists, different genres of sound. We even have AI battlers AI writers and stuff if you need that. You know what I mean? So we got, Afrobeat artists. Like, we got all them things, them subgenres, under our umbrella. So I kind of want to just, be that foundation, that platform that, artists could come in and do that.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I wanted to talk to you about AGS. And sort of what it and what it represents you. You just beautifully said it. What inspired you really to create that agency around Web3 music, to be that hub? And quite honestly, it's nice to hear, because I like to consider myself sort of the interview platform, that hub where the stories behind the artists are being told. So a lot of times I'll go to different communities, feature different artists, or maybe work with labels and feature up and coming artists to get their story more into the ethos, so more people could find and discover who they are before they discover their music. You follow me?
Right. Yeah, for sure.
What would you say, like a myth? Yo, go ahead, buddy.
No, go ahead. No, I was just saying, you talking about like that, why we do the agency. It was real simple, man. Like, we started as being the first on-chain battle league, but Web3 might not be ready for all that just yet, man. There's a lot of people showing up. They don't have an idea that a face-off is a face-off and not the battles. So you got people in Web3 like, man, why don't y'all guys just rap already? Like, this is the face-off. You don't like, so it's a lot of people that still, unbeknownst to what's going on in modern day battle rap, right? So, I feel like we have to spoon feed the battles. But, what I did was I try to, find a way to, make everybody equally important in AGS affairs. So we started the multiverses, which is like, it's a conglomerate of beat battles, rap battles, song battles, AI battles, whatever, as far as artistically, musically, what I'm saying? These are the things that we do that kind of like makes it make sense for what we're doing, as far as like, okay, we got R&B, we got these, what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just made more sense as far as like, hey, how do we add value to the blockchain music? What I'm saying? By solely battle rap. Like, we really it was really no way to really figure that out. So I think this made more sense.
Yeah, and it's also like, right, it's like also how do you grow AGS? And I feel like doing it as battle rap, it's almost 10 times harder to do, because you're just ripping on each other. Right. Emotions get high, egos get, inflated, words gets, said. I think we might have spoken about this on a space before, right? Where I mentioned where at the end of some of these intense battles, bring that shit down, let them know what it's about. Because I think if more people, but to know that it's just the art, and that we move as one, and it's the art of everybody that's being featured in AGS, that makes it so special. Because even listening to it sometimes on spaces, it almost gets uncomfortable. The idea is just really to continue to preach the art of what it is that you're building, and to also, keep it reined in when people get a little bit out of control. But what would be like one myth about the Web3 music that you wish artists understood more? Because that would be mine.
I don't know. I think maybe the only myth is that, like, hey, all you need is talent. That's a fucking myth. That's a myth.
Yeah.
Talent can do it. Like, if you're talented, you can make it. Oh, another myth is we all gonna make it. That's another myth. We all gonna make it. That's another myth. So those are my top two. Those are my top two on the 106 and Park.
One of the songs that I really, really liked that I've been listening to nonstop. I'm gonna turn this up. Everybody in TikTok land, let me know if you could hear this. I'll turn it up for everybody to enjoy.
Yeah, I smile cause I'm the favorite. I'm supposed to get an applause. I work hard for this shit. I'm supposed to be better than y'all. And all, I never fall or spin the block with a pivot. But wait, he's over 38. Okay, yeah, I get it. You do this shit for a deal. I do this shit just to chill. I mean, music is therapy, but be good if it paid the bill, for real. Once had this chick who would spy on me. She can't keep her eyes on me. Now she doing my clothes. The irony. Had her in the kitchen, she ironing. Had to tell her bounce when she ain't at the dryer sheets. How can she even say no one loves me the way you do? You know I won't play with you. Ain't nobody gon' fuck me the way you do. I'm thinking TLC, crazy, sexy, cool. Yeah, I get crazy, but after the sex we cool. Yeah, that's very true. All the love I get's very toxic. My old friends just pocket watching. I'm walking on eggshells, carrying heavy objects. Look, Thanos. Beats sounding like sandpapers, turn your man vapors. Ooh. Got them nights tied up, no damn capers. Out the gate, I am Thanos, like I'm playing Vega. First rule of Fight Club when I am here. Yeah. Your head lit like a light bulb. Bad idea. Nah. Do you get it? I mean, do I need to run it back? You're not witty. With hip hop ain't have life after death. You're not Biggie. If you ever own a tape that was red from Brick City, only doll with a BBL was Miss Piggy. Now you all fucked. You sold your soul. Law shucks. I seen your big ass just waddle on stage. Large duck, like a transformer. You let them people put their hands on you. Now you a robot. You just sit there like a can woman. Used to build a bitch. I had to pass on it like a filter fish. You fake all headshots with the filter bitch. Like I don't know what niggas be bout and how they place look, doing anything for clout. Get off your face, talking about all our women are queens. He really mean it. When every good woman you seen, the nigga cheated. Beat it. Yeah. Judge not as you want to be judged. I get all that, right? But when are we going to start looking at self, man? Random. Yeah. Now you meant to just walking in.
That's awesome, man. There was a line, I don't know if it was in Facebook, but it was like, you're living with Peter Pan, while you swinging when your hands won't land, or something like that.
I don't know. My boy said Peter Pan, Rollo. So said something about Peter Pan.
Yeah, man. It was like
familiar. Sound familiar.
I'll find it. I wish I liked it, but I'm telling you, a lot of the lyrics, man, it's just so good. I love it. So looking back, right? Yeah, 100%, Thanos. Is there a moment that stands out as one of your proudest or most surreal achievement?
It's a couple moments, man. It's the one time, rest in peace, Biz Markie had actually sent some people to come find me and contact me. I went out, I had dinner with him, man. First,
Biz!
Like I had that kind of engagement. It was fucking amazing. And yeah, wow. And what was told to me, this the ill shit was told to me. That's where I think little things like that made me feel special, man. Was the guy who he got was, shout out to Stephen Corliss, man, who was once upon a time my manager. Long Island, he pulls up to this. It was crazy, bro, because it's like, so check it, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna try to not to be long-winded with it, but I'm at this chick's house, right? I'm at this girl I happen to be seeing, bro. Like I don't even think she was my girlfriend, right? I'm at this crib, and then I'm chilling, and then she like, yo, somebody outside for you. I'm like, well, I look out the window, it's a Beamer out there, right? It's a Beamer out there, big guy Beamer outside, or Benz or some shit. I don't know, Beamer or Benz, bro, but it was that year's Benz or Beamer, right? And I'm like, who the fuck is this? So I go outside and I see the dude in the car. I know the dude in the car, but it's this big Italian dude with this beard stepping outside the car. I'm like, who the fuck is it? He's like, yo, you rock? I'm like, yeah, man, what's going on? I'm gonna holler at you, man. I'm like, what's going on? He said, somebody, who sent me over here? I'm like, who? He said, Biz. I was like, what? Biz who? Biz who?
Wow.
Biz Markie. Wow. And then, as we drove and we was going, I think we went to like a diner or something. They wanted to just like, have a drink with me and chop it up, right? And he's telling me, he's like, yo, the last time Biz, Biz is the one who found Biggie and told little motherfuckers, yo, get this guy. He's like, that was his last pick was Biggie, bro. And he did the same with you. That was like, wow, bro. Wow. That made me feel like, man, something real special about that right there. Like the Biz, And how we found it, bro, it was this mixtape called Wyandanch Cartel. Wyandanch Cartel mixtape, which is a group called Wyandanch Cartel from Wyandanch. And it was their like their joint, they had like maybe 2 or 3 slots on the mixtape that wasn't their shit. I had one song on this collection. So Biz actually heard this mixtape, and when he heard the whole joint, he said, yo, that guy right there, get him. That's how they found me. And they did their research, and I guess, small town, word get around, oh yeah, he over there, such and such house, and that's how they found me, I guess. But I always thought that was the
Hold on a second.
So those are like, those are
My fire alarm just went off. Hold on.
Okay. We cooking, man. The fire alarm going on. We cooking.
Everything being digital, it's, you know, and with communities, it's so much easier now to connect with artists who who I've tried to connect with in the past, but I've been easily connected with them in Web3.
Like, man, I feel like I told my mans yesterday, you know, I feel like I'm 50%. Whatever people seeing Thanos at right now, I feel like I'm 50% of what I can be. You know what I mean? I can't wait till that day that, you know, that this takes care of me and mine, and I could solely invest my time and energy into it 12 hours a day and shit like that. That's when the amazing's gonna happen. You feel me? Personally, in my opinion.
You got family? You got kids?
Oh yes, sir.
Oh man, yeah, me too. I got an 17-year-old. He just got accepted into one of the colleges that he applied for. Just before we started here, man, you should have seen that smile on his face. It made me so happy. I'm just thinking about it. I forgot what I was going to say. My dad once said to me, "R.I.P., you know, rest in peace." He died when he was 48 years old, but he always said it takes 25 years to become an overnight success. People don't see you working.
Exactly.
You know, and all of a sudden, oh, this guy out of nowhere just hit it. You know, they don't see the 25 years.
Yeah, then it's like, exactly. That's what I was saying on the Facebook record. Like, I think a lot of them things I was saying in there, like, you know, and I'm like, I've been doing this shit. I'm supposed to be better than y'all, and like that was like, yeah, that was on a from a mindset of like, who is this guy? Like, bro, you coming out here? Like, bro, like I've been doing this 3 decades before you met me. So don't think it like because I'm new to you because you're just seeing me today or just hearing about me today. Don't think that I just started today, bro. Like I've been doing this. I done had my journeys. I done had my detours, my hurdles, my highs and lows with me in my journey. So it's not going to reach. It's not a brand new thing. It's brand new to you. It's not brand new to me. So if I have any disgruntlement, if I have any, you know, if I'm feeling any kind of way or feeling impatient or feeling like I feel like I'm in the rights to feel like how I want to feel, like anybody does, like how. You know, the audacity of someone to tell you how you supposed to feel, how you supposed to live, what you supposed to do. Like, that's kind of crazy when you really, really think about it. Like, off the fly, you might do it, though. You know, us just being prejudiced people, right? Human beings, like, we're, like, naturally prejudiced in some form of fashion, so I feel like. But, like, yeah, bro, like, you got to think. Like, think about with the music, with the hip-hop thing, when they say, man, sit your old ass down. Why? Why me doing what I love to do in my one life, this one time I have this thing to do, how dare you that's not living it tell me to sit down and stop doing what you love to do because I don't like it. Think about it. How crazy that sounds.
One of the things that we do here on Artist Spotlight is something called Artists Promoting Artists. And in the spirit of community, it's an opportunity for you to share your spotlight with another artist, with everybody that's here watching on TikTok. Special shout out to Uda, Dr. Bruce, my boy Path, who's always here supporting me. Pinky, she just followed me. Thanks, Pink. Yeah, I appreciate you. So what would you, is there an artist that you would like to share the spotlight and promote?
VG Rasta. VG3 The Experience, man. AGS's first artist. Man, dope vocalist, man, my co-host, my sis, you know what I mean? Definitely she, you know, I was excited. She's like an artist that made me, when I started the agency, she's definitely one of the first people I had in mind, because I just thought, man, this chick is so dope. Her catchy ass songs, she's a dope, you know, she knows how to carry her notes, she knows how to ad-lib with the R&B, and then she can rap as well, you know what I mean? It's like, but the rapping is like secondary for her. She's mainly just a dope ass song composer and vocalist, and now lately she's been like rapping a lot more, and it's just like, it's amazing to see her. She got a great following on Web2, but you know, I just feel like, yo, we need some of this kind of shit here in Web3, bro, like, you know what I mean? So, you know, if it was anybody that would have to, you know, shoot that alley-oop to, definitely would be VG3, aka VG Rasta, man. So, shout out. You know what? Out of those, I mean, she gonna hate me for this, man, but I love No Pressure, bro. No Pressure is it's her record, but it's featuring Samantha the Bomb, man. And she, you know, I'm a big fan of Samantha as well. She knows that. So, you know, that joint No Pressure is a beautiful joint, man. It's just dope, bro. Like, self-explanatory with a lot of our music.
What a voice.
No stressor, it's yes sir. That decision came naturally when you soothe my anxiety. I don't want you to think less of me once you get me all alone. But if I keep it real, baby, I just wanna chill. And you know pressure, yeah, I like that. Staring at you all day, roll one up as we ride to the sunset. And we just gotta chill. 'Cause I wanna talk about some things. I hope that shit come naturally, yeah. I don't know what is happening, but we just gotta, and you know pressure. I like that.
Those that Heartbeats and Harmonies right there, man. VG Rasta featuring Samantha the Bomb. Whole album a classic, man.
We can take the long way home, because I wanna talk about something. I know it will come naturally, yeah.
VJ
Yes, sir.
Rasta, artist promoting artist. IamThanos brings up, supports, loves VJ Rasta. Check her out. We'll put that out. What makes you happy?
What makes me happy is seeing just you know, my kids being healthy, not in no courts and no systems, not in no traps. Seeing my mother smile, you feel me? Just bro, like really the small things, bro. Love make me happy, bro. You know, to know, you know, to know a motherfucker care and give a fuck makes me happy, bro. Like, you know, when I see you doing well, I'm happy. When I can see people that rock with me doing well, I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I've been happy, bro. Like, you know, granted, like, you know, we have our little moments here and there, right? You know, everything don't be peachy clean, you know, all the time, man. You know, we have our ups and downs, but for the most part, man, every day, you know, I'm grateful to get up here and have a new opportunity to right wrongs, right? And to do things that you had a fear that you couldn't get done and try to achieve those things, man. Those opportunities make me happy, man.
Keep that going, you know. All right, well, listen, that's a quick hour. I'm going to end this TikTok live. We're going to continue this chat, me and you, off on the side. I want to thank everybody who has joined our very first Artist Spotlight on TikTok Live. Let us know how you liked it. How did we do? How was the sound? It's taken a long time to get to this part, and hopefully we did justice for IamThanos. Absolutely incredible.
Definitely appreciate the platform, man.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us, and we'll be back for the next Artist Spotlight.
Hey, you already know it's your boy, IamThanos, aka the MC, battler, you know what I'm saying, founder of AGS, man. When I ain't out there chilling and smoking these cats, we at the music district, man. You know what I'm saying? They pioneer music for the future of Web3, one broadcast at a time. Snap.
Can you hear the pretty sound?
Talk. Story time.
The sweet melody.
Yeah. Wow. Just let me evoke emotion and knock off your whole train of thought like locomotive. And you know when it comes to a challenge, there's no opponent. I used a whole lot of spare parts and no components. And you know you ain't breaking curfew, I won't condone it. You said you wasn't messing with dude, you better own it. We on our grown shit just kicking in. Sitting back listening to smooth instruments, how sweet the sound. Nah, Punchinella, come on, Punchinella, come on. What? Nah, Punchinella, come on, Punchinella. I'm choosing Myra or Laura. She high up off my aura. She said she loved my music, and for that I had a daughter. More than a supporter, she was not just a fan. She wanna be with me even though she got a man, he was a Looney Tune. an income poop. She told me so many little birdies want to fly the coop. She's on the far side, at her home just telling harsh lies. Cops call domestic violence and sparks fly. But wait, there's more to the dark side. She took the kids and split them apart like apartheid. They part ways, nights were better, some dark days. Took them to court for child support, smart play. In my studio, we record when we getting bored. Making flips, flawless victory, that's an even score. One day she sent him a video, he was hella mad. And then he called my pad, what you do to my Mia Moore? How sweet. Punchinella, come on, Punchinella, come on. Why? Nah, Punchinella, come on, Punchinella, come on. Now the moral of the story, don't wife her up if she like to go to orgies. She's not a people person, she just like a lot of people. Been doing this since a teenager, highly illegal. Some brothers once claimed her and thinking they had a treasure, not knowing that the price you paying the daily measure. She pretty with the mouth. This next bar, he tried to burn my car like P. Diddy at my house. She got heated talking raspy, said her name was Cassie, and he liked to put a leash on her like she Lassie. And he embarrassed her, they wheelchair like the grassy. He'll take other nut and rub it on him, that nigga nasty. Sound like a bitch if you ask me. I heard they ran up in his mansion, what was that, last week? Don't mean to brag, told her to leave, he trash. She said, I'ma do whatever you say, don't even ask, how sweet. It's based on a true story. But nah, Punchinella, come on, Punchinella, come on. But nah, Punchinella, come on,